Hello, folks, and welcome back to Striker Ground. As promised, I'm back with Boxing Master Zelly, here to give you his take on the Keyshawn businessman Davis fight versus Ortiz. What you got to say about it, Zelly?
It was a good fight. It was a good fight.
I
He took care of business.
got him out of there.
Got him out of there. Nobody ever did that. Ortiz is good.
Want the
So I'm
likes of
in, so
Lomachenko. Mm.
so I'm impressed because Tiafimo couldn't get him out. Lomachenko couldn't get him out, and then Keyshawn got him out in the 12th round. So his power traveled all the way from round one to the end of 12. 12 seconds left in the 12th round.
So, what you think is up next for Keyshawn businessman Davis?
Yeah, so Keyshawn just put his foot in his mouth. I seen he called out Devin Haney.
Yeah,
That's a
he
bad
did.
matchup for him.
You think
Yeah,
so?
Devin Haney's a bad matchup, man. Yeah,
You think he has a
Ryan,
better chance versus Hitchens?
no,
Well, that's junior welterweight, actually. So, where
right.
did he fight at
He
last night? That was at
at
junior
junior
welterweight, right?
welterweight. He fought at junior welterweight, but
And he's trying to go up again. He's only had one fight here, right? Didn't he miss weight his last fight, or how'd that pan out?
miss. Yeah, so he missed weight on purpose, man. So that's the thing about the business, man. I'm not really sure if he got the heart of a fighter. And I don't want to put that out there with
Mm,
fighters though, but for you to move up in weight, right, and then miss the weight by 4 pounds, yeah, you ain't want to fight.
mm.
And we fighters really never do that kind of stuff unless they got something wrong with them.
Is
He
it a
came
method
back
to
and
his
looked
madness?
impressive, huh?
Do you think perhaps it's a method to his madness? Maybe he's doing it on purpose?
Yeah, he was in there with a puncher. Yeah, he was in there with a puncher. So the confidence was there last night because Ortiz wasn't a puncher.
Yeah.
De Los Santos is a puncher. Edwin probably was gonna knock him out. He gets clipped. He looked good last night, but you fired your whole team, brother. You fired your whole team. The team don't make the decision for you whether you're gonna make the weight or not, right?
Hmm.
And you fired
Yeah.
Terrence Crawford's whole team. Something's going on back. What's going on? But yeah,
He fired Bomac?
fire Bomac. Ortiz is good though. Ortiz, I would like to see him go down to 130 though. 140, he don't really have a pop
He's a
for the
little
job
small, you
though.
think?
Right. That's what it was. Keyshawn's a bully. The right fighters
You
get in
said
front of.
what?
I said Keyshawn's like a bully. The right kind of fighters get in front of him, and he just opposes his will on them. You know. But
It was kind of cutting out. It was cutting out. So
oh,
you said he's kind of a bully and he poses his will on him. And who are you referring to?
to the fighters, to the smaller fighters that he's been fighting, like when he won the championship, or when just now
Yeah.
against Ortiz. He was big. Yeah,
Hmm.
they looked like the same size though, but he was fit. He was stronger. He was bigger. He was the bigger man. We need to see right. We see him in there against them welterweights. See him in there against a bigger man. That's punching because he just ducked one. That's the truth though.
Hmm.
Yeah, you should have came back with Edwin. The world they still want to see that fight.
He can't make that weight. He doesn't want to make that weight.
That's right. But
Big is?
he is big. He was ripped up though. He
Yeah, he
was.
looked good. I think he can do phenomenal at 140. But doesn't he have like a I'm not gonna fight you, Shakur thing going on? Or how about with Hitchens? You should fight Hitchens.
They were supposed to fight. They said they was gonna fight. Hitchens was supposed to fight Ortiz, and he somehow got pulled out of that, and it ended up Ortiz and Keyshawn. But how come he don't fight Antoine Russell? That's a good one. He's the other champion.
Yeah, WBA champion.
Yeah, he's a good one. He said he'd fight Dalton though. Dalton's
Yeah, Dalton
Dalton.
Smith.
Yeah, Dalton just beat up Sabril like that.
Matias.
Yeah, Matias boxed him and then caught him with a good punch.
kind of beat him at his own game, had to meet him in the middle to stop
Yeah,
that volume that Matias likes to bring. You
man.
gotta, yeah, that was a good victory for Smith. Back to Davis in the fight, did you think that Ortiz did the right game plan
So I don't think Ortiz even came out there with the intent to win. He just came out there. So
for the check?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. He threw some nice punches though, but at some point you can keep the fight competitive if you try. If you make it dangerous. Cause what was it? One of those rounds he caught Keyshawn with a good punch
I seen that. I
and got
think it was similar to Teofimo. He didn't have his intent behind it. He wasn't doing.
right. He started getting broke down, and he thugged it out though. I'm not gonna even. Keyshawn's bigger than him for sure. Ortiz is a 130 pounder. The big
Yeah,
fights was at 35 and 40. That's why Shakur Stevens moving up because those are the big fights. So he's taking the risk. Against bigger, against bigger
yeah,
opposition. But yeah, Ortiz, I don't think his game plan. He should have just came out and outboxed Keyshawn the whole fight. Don't worry about. So that's the thing about boxing. If the crowd starts saying you're a boring fighter or taking away your boxing ability by saying you're running, it affects the fighter's output. Though that's what he needed to be able to beat Keyshawn. Keyshawn was loading up on every shot. It was looking nice, but it was looking kind of stiff. It wasn't looking too smooth. When you look from it wasn't as smooth as you. So that Keyshawn can't beat Hitchkins. No,
not
because he
that
was loaded.
Keyshawn.
Not that guy, because he was loading up so much that if Ortiz would have just started letting his hands go and boxing him, he would have been running him into the shots.
Yeah, and Zelly, I wanted us to elaborate on that. A lot of people get the misconception that, for example, watching that fight, that Keyshawn is going to go in there and fight Hitchens the same way, when that's not the case. He probably felt more confident that Ortiz would ball up or not be looking for the
The
counter.
punch, and the
Yeah,
punch though, he knew he wasn't going. He didn't have the puncher's chance, so I could just walk through you. With
yeah,
Hitchkins though, he's gonna have to worry about that jab. Ortiz wasn't using. He didn't use the jab like that. So those guys are gonna be behind the jab. That's gonna give Keyshawn a problem. They're gonna use that jab. Devin Haney and Hitchkins, they gonna jab a lot. Shakur jab, they gonna jab a lot. The jab is how you get it done. Ortiz didn't do that. So bro, listen, boxing is about hitting your opponent and not getting hit. Beating the
getting
man
hit.
without getting beat. So if I'm hitting you with a
Right.
jab and you can't do nothing, I'm not throwing the right hand, brother. You got to get past this jab. Oh yeah, because then I could get some danger with throwing this right hand. Whooped him with a jab, beat him up.
With the jab. Jab. With that being said, folks, we got another episode on the way. Thank you very much. I would like the viewers to go ahead and interact with us in the comment section about how you feel towards whatever Zelly or I said. His link will be in the description. Thank you very much, folks, for tuning in. I appreciate you. God bless.